Hey, what's going on YouTube? I am back here again with my Ryobi. This is a power washer that I bought from Home Depot about a year ago. And I'm just doing some power washing of the concrete and a little bit of the siding. In a year time, you know, concrete gets pretty dirty. You may not realize it because you get used to it. But as soon as you go over with the power washer, you'll see a big difference. You know, if you have a house, I recommend just purchasing one of these. Before buying this one, I used to rent them from Home Depot. They had a Honda one, it had 3,500 PSI. They're great. I mean, you know, you're paying for it. So I used to rent it for 4 hours at a time. So you were kind of I was always under the pressure of, I got to get it going, got to get it to the house, got to do it real quick and go and get it back. Because if you pass that 4-hour mark, you pay more money. They do rent them for 24 hours, but I only needed it for a short period of time. I did that for about 3 years. And then after that, I said, you know what, I need to buy one. I was kind of weary of, you know, the Ryobi model line, and I wasn't sure if 1,700 PSI would be enough. Now, Ryobi gives you something that's really important. So they give you the attachments to the nozzles, which are here. Now, there's an orange one and a black one. Oops. So there's an orange attachment that goes into the gun. Now this orange one is perfectly fine for, say, washing a car, or you're doing something, say, less delicate. But in order to do the concrete or siding, you need to use this black one. This black one creates a very small stream, and that stream then spins. You'll see in the video how well it does with the concrete. So this attachment makes the difference. This, I could do the concrete, but it would take a lot longer. I mean, basically unbearably longer. So I'm happy that Ryobi gives you this attachment. So if you buy a machine, or any machine, make sure that you have an attachment that can help you do the concrete quicker. This machine also has a soap function here. You put soap in it and the soap would come out. I've never used it. You know, when I wash my car or anything, I'll just go ahead and just get a bucket of soap and use that instead. But, you know, I've been told that you could put, well, I've seen on YouTube videos where you could put or like zip it or something that for siding to go through here and spray it on, so it'd be kind of diluted, kind of cleaner. So, but I've never wanted to do that, so I didn't really care, so I've never used this function. There's something about the Ryobi that I do not like, and I'll get to that in a second. But first thing I do like is it's got wheels, so it's very easy to move around. All right. It's light, so to pick it up is really not a problem. You can pick it up with one hand. It's not a heavy machine, you know, unlike the ones you rent, or maybe other models that are bigger. They're difficult to move around. The attachment for the hose is in the front here. Okay. Now, what I recommend is it's a little quick release. So put a quick release on here and a quick release on your hose. So when you connect them, it's really easy. You just snap them in, and you snap them out. The quick release is similar to the same as on the top of the gun here. It's a little like a ball bearing, and it goes in and it snaps in, and it's quickly done. So it also secures it easily, so you don't have to worry about tightening. So I recommend that you put a quick release down here. On the back of the machine, this is where the hose goes down here. You probably can't see it too well, but I'll get you a close-up. So, and here's the pump itself. Now, there is a flaw with this gun. They don't allow you to have it permanently on. So they allow you to throw, there's a little red piece of plastic here that prevents you from triggering the gun by accident. But it doesn't, there's no mechanism to keep it closed in a closed position. So for the first a couple times that I used it, you get kind of, your hand gets tired because you have to constantly grip it, and there's pressure coming through here, so it just wears you out. You start to hurt here in your fingers, and you're switching hands, and then after a while you just want to put it down and say, I'm done. I figured out a way around that, and that's with a simple C-clamp. This is a plastic one. I think I purchased it from Harbor Freight. So all you do with the C-clamp is you squeeze it over and you squeeze the trigger together, and then I just turn it for the difference of just a little bit more and then turns it on. So if I can just do that, it turns it off. So I found that that keeps it, so that way I don't have to hold the trigger. I can just go, go, and go, and go, and I'm not worried about it. It doesn't wear me out. This is something that I wish Ryobi would put in the guns, where there would be a permanent lock on it. They may not be allowed to, so that may be why it's not included. I haven't checked other machines to see if it is included, but either way, this is a good fix for that. A little quick C-clamp on it, clamp it, and you're on your way. The hose itself, it just attaches to the back. It's a simple Velcro, I guess, loop to just hang it on. The extension cord they give you, it feels like it's about 30 feet long. It's quite a good amount. So, you know, with an extension cord and this, you can cover a good distance of your driveway or trying to get to the side of the house. But probably the only problem you'll have is if your hose is not long enough. Like mine's not long enough to reach from this side of the house to the other side of the house, unfortunately. I'm going to have to get a extension for my hose so I can get the siding done on the side of the house. I have a little mold, or algae, not mold, algae on the side. But that's the machine. This is the Ryobi 1700. It's 1.2 gallons per minute. And it cost me about $150 at Home Depot about a year ago. I don't know what they cost today. I'm sure they have a replacement model or something similar. Maybe it's an 1800 or 1750. I recommend the Ryobi. It works really well. It does the job. It's inexpensive. It's light. It's small. You can put it away. It's electric. No gas, no fiddling. Just hit the button and you go. All right. I'll show you a little bit of the work I did on the concrete. All right, let's go.